Which one you wanna pick? Let's talk about it podcast. Let's stand on business real quick. Either get down or lay down. Which one you wanna pick? Let's talk about it podcast or conversations.
Yeah. Come on. You see your boy back. And it's Friday night show time. Hey. And as you can see, we got two guests with us. But before I finish, go ahead, OVL.
It's your boy, OVL Finito, back in this thing. Let's talk about it podcast. Friday Night Live. We coming to y'all with another fire episode. As always, people out there in the world, we need y'all to tune in and like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we drop, man. Like I say, check us out on all of our streaming platforms. Tap in with us, man, from Instagram to TikTok to Facebook, everywhere, because we everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, it's a Detroit-based podcast. We got special guests in the building with us today. We about to rock it like always, man. Why don't you go ahead, man?
All right, so we introduce our guests, so we'll go from...
All right, what's up, y'all? My name is Rachel Cash. They call me Rachel Cash Talks. What's up with it?
They call me John, Mr. Save Detroit, a.k.a. Johnny Blazo.
All right, and it's your boy, Monty V, Mr. Humble University. Come on, you already know what time it is. You want to tap into that merch, you tap into Monty V. You want to tap into that Finito bet, you tap into OVL. You want to tap into that music, BT Rory, Blicky Team Entertainment. And like my bro said, if you ain't tuning in, let's talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. But before I do, I already need y'all to go on our page and subscribe to our next channel. Let's Talk About It TV. With our behind the scene footage that we keep telling y'all about, that y'all keep asking me about, that I keep telling y'all about, go subscribe to it. And on that note, you already know what time it is. What's my slogan? Let's get it. All right.
Yo.
I like bringing new people on so y'all can see like the whole our intro.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, it took a minute for us to get it though, but you know what I'm saying? We
had to get on one accord.
Yeah, there you go. That's how it works.
Oh, see, I forgot. I gotta put the glasses
on. Put the shades on.
Let's
go.
Let's get it. All right, so as you can see, we got two guests in this Mindful Mix podcast. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, Mindful Mix podcast, and so we're gonna kind of introduce and let them tell a little bit about what they do separately, but then how they came about.
Yeah.
Collectively.
You know the ladies first?
Yeah, start with me. All right. So my name is Rachel Cash, like I said, you guys. And I did start out having a podcast called Cash Talks. I'm also a mentor, a life coach. So many things that I do other than just podcasts. I'm an entrepreneur as well. So I have a lot of things going on. So that's me.
There you go.
You know.
And I'm John, man. I had a podcast before, the Mindful Mix podcast, but I lost a couple of my members, so I wanted to start something back up. And I reached out to Rachel. We was on the same kind of accord. I'm a mentor too. Through Save Detroit, my company Save Detroit. I mentor little guys from 11 to 17. And I always wanted a podcast. I wanted a Detroit podcast. So partnered up with Rachel, and there you have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have it, Captain.
All right, before I get to basically Mindful Mix podcast, so you said you're a mentor.
I am.
Okay, you a mentor too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what made y'all? I kind of know a little bit about you. You know what I'm saying? Because we talking halls. You know what I'm saying? So I know, but I want to know more about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So your mentor, is it like an age thing, or is it just like an all around thing that you mentor people?
Yep, it's all around thing. I think lately it's been really, I mentor the ages of like 30 and up. You know, because a lot of because you got a lot of people. Don't they? No, that's so true. Like literally, because there's a lot of people in that age group that's really scared to adult. I'll just put it that way. You got a lot of people at the age of 30 that is really, really like afraid of like everything right now. I had a couple girls reach out to me and just talk to me because you still got some people 25 to 30 that's probably still living with parents.
Yeah.
And so with them living with those parents and then now trying to go out and be on their own, it's hard for them. They're like, I'm scared. This world is crazy and blah, blah, blah. Everything going on. They're scared to kind of make those next moves or whatever. So yeah, I've even had married couples call, for mentorship as far as like, because my husband and I have been together for 30 years.
I was about to ask you that. Like,
yeah.
I always say this to my wife, like, and I stand by this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can have friends, but you can't really tell your advice to a single-minded friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I kind of stand by that. So I was going, when you said that, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been with my husband for a long time, so people call for advice. And so with that group and talking to married couples, especially with religion, like it's a lot of conversation because you got a husband. I have a couple that I mentor that you got a husband here that, you know, studies spirituality, right? And then you got a wife that is into something else. Like she's, I think they're like Muslim. So two different things. Like it's a difficult. So when it comes to, you know, him wanting to do things is, you know, whatever she doesn't believe in, she's like, am I doing wrong? And this and that. It's like, it's real deep when it comes to mentoring.
You know, all worshiping the
same
God.
I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? Which is not what they mentally think about. You know what I mean? So sometimes they'll reach out to talk about those things. And when I found out that it's like a calling for that stuff, I'm like, all right, I'm getting into this.
Yeah, okay.
Because, you know, I can just kind of talk them through different things. So it's been exciting for me to mentor people and kind of keep them on the right track. And
now, do you base, like, when you mentor people, this is for both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know, I want you to talk to Johnny Blade. Before I ask this question, bro, where you get that name from?
What, Johnny Blade? Man, it's funny.
That's funny.
My sister and my cousin Orange started calling me Johnny Blaze.
Okay.
When we was little, I don't know where they. Don't ask me where they got it from.
Okay.
My cousin Orange used to call me Blazo, and my sister always called me Johnny.
Okay.
So they used to be like Johnny Blazo, Johnny Blaze, Johnny Blazo. So
Okay.
kind of like
nobody
stuck within
just
the family.
just
Yeah.
cut it short. Like
Only
JB.
the family really called me that. So I just
Okay.
you know ran
Took it as kinda like
ran with it. Yeah.
So would you consider that kind of like your alter ego?
Yeah.
Say Detroit is.
Yeah.
Say
I think you like watch it. Okay, so
I like that. That's hard.
Okay,
I
so
like
say
that.
I get a lot of Mr. Say Detroit now. So
like Monty V, so that's not my real name. You
uh,
know what I'm saying? But
That's what I always call you though.
yeah, Monty. It
I'm
just
not
sounds
call
like
you
my
your
alter
name,
ego, but humble university. That's why I say
right.
Monty.
No, when you put the
Mr.
glasses
Humble
on, you
University,
alter
you
ego.
know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so you know, so but it's kind of like I get active.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
I get
that's
after
another
Mr.
story.
Say
It's another
Detroit.
story
Yeah,
another
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But you mentoring people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you base it off, and this for both of y'all, do y'all base it off y'all life experience?
Yeah, mine. I do.
Okay.
You know what?
Go, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, John.
I do it because when I was coming up, it was a guy named Paul Taylor at the inner city sub center that kind of like was my father away from home. I never had my dad, so he was like a mentor in the neighborhood. He ran a center around the corner from my house, and we used to leave school and go up to the center, and you know they had free food. They had, you know, he kept us in order. He kept everybody in order in the neighborhood.
Okay.
So I kind of got it all. I kind of piggybacked off what he was doing for me. That's why I do it to the guys under me, from 11 to 17. I try to catch them before they go to middle school and right before they leave out of high school. You know, that's the turning.
That's the turning point when they become a YNs. You know what I'm saying?
That's the turning point. But it's kind of tough now because they got so many distractions. When we came up, we ain't had that many distractions.
No, that's facts.
Yeah, we ain't
That's
had
facts,
Facebook,
bro.
we ain't had social media.
Right.
We didn't have YouTube, so
Yeah.
everything was like connecting with, you know, talking, being around each other. You know where your friends was because the bikes be parked in the front. You know, shit like that. So, you know, I kind of piggyback off that. I try to bring that back. So,
Okay.
then when you yourself, man, a lot of these little guys, man, when I mentor, they trying to be something else. I was myself and got accepted in the hood. You know, mom respected me. I ain't had no problems. Never had a fight, shot, none of that. So if you be yourself, it'll pan out.
That's the difference in the generation, though. And like
Yeah,
back
yeah.
then,
Trying to
y'all
prove
generations was taught to be leaders.
Mm-hmm.
The generation coming out, not everybody followers.
Yeah.
What they see, what they
There you
do.
go.
I want to be like the
definitely.
Joneses.
That's
So
exactly it.
you know what I'm saying? To try to bring them back to like reality. Like,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah,
That's I like that. That's
There you
cool,
go.
man. That's cool.
Yeah.
So the name go hand in hand. Say Detroit.
Yeah.
For real, you might as well put on there, AKA Say the Youth.
That's
For real, because that's exactly what you're doing, man.
And then
That's big.
how I came up with Save Detroit, now that you brought that up. Because I was solid in my neighborhood. You know, I'm off Mac, Seminole, Gratiot area. My friend was about to shoot this guy across the street from my house. I stopped that situation. You know, I went out there. I knew both of them. I knew the guy across the street from my grandma's house, and I knew my homeboy that pulled up. Actually, he was my two guard in high school. I played basketball for Kettering, but he was my two guard, so I hadn't seen him in a while. So I ended up Terrence. You know, I called his name out. He turned around, John, man, where you been? Because I was off to school. I went to Fairs, then I went to Selma University, so I was gone for a minute. So my grandma put her hand on me, like, Johnny, stay out of it. You know, he in the streets now. I'm like, no, grandma, you stay straight. I'm like, you know, I'm cool with both of them. So I go down there, I break it up. Terrence ended up leaving. The guy go in the house. So maybe like 4 or 5 hours later, I get a phone call at my grandma's house. We ain't had cell phones, you know.
Yeah,
landline.
I was landline.
Yeah, landline. So yeah, I answered the phone. He said, you what happened to Terrence? I'm like, no. I just seen him this morning. And he was like, they killed him in front of his kids. So that's how I say Detroit came about. When I went to his funeral, it came to me to his funeral. Like, John, you type and push this message. Stopping all violence everywhere. It's really not Save Detroit. It's stopping all violence everywhere. SAVE. So my wife draw real good. I'm like, I need you to draw me a logo for this message I want to put on the shirt. And the first one she drew me, I ain't really like it. The second one she drew me, I ain't like it. This the third one. She said, everything you see, everything you like is by sight. So if it catch your attention, that's what you're going to roll with. She lifted up the third. This the third one. I'm like, that's it. And as I say, Detroit just
took off from there.
Now, how long you been, ain't no way.
Don't pay Garfield no mind. Don't pay Garfield no mind.
He's a big boy, too.
Yeah.
Don't pay Garfield no mind.
So how long you been running with,
Say Detroit? This happened 2008. Actually, I started in 2008, but I fell off till 2012. I fell off because people wouldn't support me. My peers, my friends, people I went to school with, they were shooting it down. You know, people wouldn't support it. So within 2008 to 2012, I wasn't pushing Save Detroit. And then something hit. My wife like, John, this for you. It ain't for them.
Okay.
You know everybody. They don't. You know what I'm saying? And then they went. I just said, all right, we're gonna start it over.
Okay, now.
But 2008 is when it started.
2008.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Okay, so Mindful Mix.
Yeah.
How did y'all
connect?
Yeah.
So honestly, I can speak on this because it was. I go on with Rachel Payne. Me and Rachel went to high school together. She went to Canada too. She from Van Dyke, whatever. And I see all her pictures. She be speaking to people. She a motivational speaker. She is. She did. I'm like, I think she'd be good. But I'm gonna be honest. I kind of stole the idea from another podcast I be watching. This guy named David Chance. Him and his partner is a girl. I'm like, instead of me having a guy, I'm gonna pick a girl. So what's so funny? She popped up dead on my news feed. I'm like, damn. So I inboxed her. I'm like, you ever thought about doing a podcast? She's like, yeah, John, I've been doing it. This my lane. I know how to do this. Okay. I say, you want to do one together? She's like, yeah. So we end up going back and forth. She thought of the name. We came up with the name. And I'm like, I like that. The Mindful Mix podcast. Let's do it. Dog, it just, when you just put stuff in motion, it just start falling in place.
Yeah.
So we connected. And even people at work, they were like, John, you and that girl, y'all. Matter of fact, it's her auntie. Her auntie worked with me. Her husband's auntie. And she was like, John, I seen you on my niece, what's her name? Y'all look good together. That's nice. I'm like, what? I got something. Once people start giving you the confirmation of it, it start going. Then I go home, my wife like, John, she the one for you. That's the one you can go. Because my wife wouldn't do it. My wife an introvert. She ain't.
Don't feel bad. My wife, like I tell a lot of people, I say, and when I tell people this, y'all people agree with me. Y'all biggest critic is the person that y'all with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You say everybody, and I say that all the time, bro.
Look,
yeah.
So I tell her, I asked her first. She was like, no, I ain't about to do no podcast.
I did too.
You go ahead, you just do your thing. I'm like, now look, I'm gonna find a woman now. I don't want to hear no mess. She like, I don't care, boy. Go ahead. I know that's what you like to do. Go on and do it. I'm gonna support whatever you do. Like, I'm surprised she came to the panel we had. My wife don't really do stuff like that. She literally.
But every time I see like you doing something, man, I always see a wife right
She
there.
She there, but she in the back. Yeah, she in the back.
Yeah,
She ain't gonna. Yeah, but she gonna support me to the fullest. But that's how I came about with me and Rachel.
Okay.
That's hard. It's similar to how me and bro came along for real. It's like, hey man, look, dog, I was talking about starting a podcast. Man, me too. Yeah. I was talking about doing one with my wife. I was talking about doing sports. How about we just come together, kick them to the curb, and what I was gonna do was she was gonna do her. Let's just come, and it just came together, and it was just we've been rocking ever since for real.
So, get deep. What is something like the problems y'all done had? Well, as you can see, I know y'all was talking about it, like the different locations. As you can see, y'all can see different locations.
Right.
It just shows you that it's not the location that makes the podcast; it's the people that make the podcast.
Yes,
definitely.
That's it.
What's some of the challenges y'all that came with so far?
Yeah.
Wait, before how long y'all been rocking?
Since March.
May. Yeah, I think it was beginning of March.
Yeah.
Okay, look, we got a baby podcast.
Yep,
hey man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Mindful Mix Podcast.
The Mindful Mix Podcast.
The Mindful Mix Podcast. Yeah. Make sure y'all check them out. But
yeah, but it seems like it's been forever though. It seems like it's been longer that we've been working together.
That's how you know that's.
You know what I mean? Like it seems like it's been a journey since we started, and I don't think we've had too many challenges. I think getting on one accord. Like we've always worked together really well. I don't think it's been really any challenges other than finding locations, like you guys said. Once John suggested like the downtown at the Renaissance or whatever, I'm like, bet, let's go. So going down there and just that's it. I think the locations, I think are what we're trying to do is like just make sure that it's stable and we start trying to get to that next level. So I think that could be a challenge of trying to get it moved to the next level of learning the monetizing of it and all of those things. So I think that's where we're at right now.
Okay, so I like listening to people. I like saying like little like philosophies that I learned.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact I wanted to interview a long time ago. We've been on this kind of so this is kind of like a good one. But
wait, before you go there, I don't want to cut him off. We work together, so we've been kicking it for about the last 4-5 years, bumping into each other.
Yeah.
I was when he started at Humble University.
That's awesome.
That's actually one of the reasons why I started. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, I'm like, man, I need a shirt made. And he made the shirt for me. Yeah. And I was like, damn, I think I can make a clothing line. And
sure did.
You know what I'm saying? I just asked him about it. We were just talking back and forth. And, she's gave me his feedback.
Yeah.
And, as you can see, Humble University. This is one of my old logos. Like he said, man, I changed this logo every time.
We need to change this logo.
And he a cool brother. He gonna approach you. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it flipped. He want to talk. He gonna approach you.
I had to learn that. At first, I was shy.
Oh, okay.
I was shy. If you looked at me, you would think that, no, he's not shy. No. When I first started, I was shy. So doing the clothing brand, this podcast, everything, I actually adapted to a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? So I actually grew. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Let's Talk About the Podcast.
Let's talk about the podcast.
You wanted to do a book. You know what I'm saying? And I got like this philosophy, like I said, because I listen to people and stuff. So what you were saying, like, you know what I'm saying, the challenges and stuff, your journey. So I told somebody on this, shout out to Blueprint Podcast. It's another podcast. I was on this podcast. I told him, I said, I go by this little saying. A lot of people want to go from A to Z. They never want to do the B to Y.
Right.
So right now, what we're doing is y'all B to Y. Because if y'all was to go from A to Z, y'all won't understand nothing.
Right.
Y'all will just see the success. But if y'all go through the B to Y,
you'll be blind to your journey.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
deep.
that B to Y is y'all journey. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look forward to the trials, the challenges. I look forward to that because I embrace that because that makes you better.
That's deep.
So shout out to y'all BYs.
Thank you.
But,
that's deep.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. So we gonna get it, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, Mindful Mix Podcast. Shout out. Make sure y'all tune in and check that channel out.
Yeah.
It's we ended up leading up with them because we tried to get him. He's too busy. So I just told him, I tell you what, let's talk about the podcast. We're always available, so we gonna come. And they actually did a panel. So you actually gonna get to see. Let's talk about the podcast. The panel gonna be on your podcast. Right? Okay, so it's gonna be on their channel, and you gonna get to see your boy and OVL.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we wait for another one.
There you
So
go.
I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna turn up again.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna get activated. You already know.
So I'm gonna get activated.
Oh yeah, he put the glasses on, y'all. He put the glasses on.
The glasses on is just it's a different person. Take the glasses off. Like, hey,
I think we're gonna have enough
glasses like
Glasses are like,
it's like a little
The urge.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you where I got the glasses from because I don't think you know that. I got the glasses from watching this podcast. It's called No Fugazi. You ever heard of that podcast?
I have.
So, he only brings it's him and his partner and his females, right? And they kind of like go back and forth and say something. He kind of like break what they saying down.
Oh, okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like he don't have the glasses on. When he put the glasses on,
he go to work.
you know what I'm saying? So instead of just put the glasses on, I'm gonna get active. I'm gonna just get active the whole episode. So,
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Full Gates for that.
Shout out.
Thanks for y'all coming.
Absolutely.
But tonight's topic, and I think that's why I wanted to do this so quick, because we could talk about a lot of stuff. I know y'all seen that situation that happened with McDonald's. What the hell was that? Was it?
It was Eastpointe.
Eastpointe.
Yeah.
9 Mile Eastpointe.
Yeah.
McDonald's. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about a topic that's happening right here in Detroit.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So y'all seen the lady who stabbed the manager came back. Mind you, she left work and came back and killed her manager. Yeah. So now I think because I was talking to my wife about it, and I said, when you leave off a job and you go back, how to let you back in? But then my wife said, because you work there, so they probably think you left something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to not knowing that, you know what I'm saying, because you don't know what's going on, because I found her page and I've been going through her page, and it's like she got mental issues.
She do.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But she was also dealing with other things. And it seemed like that McDonald's job was her outlet. You know what I'm saying? Because if you pay attention to it, she was actually talking about her landlord trying to have sex with her.
Yep, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want the money, I doing sex. She was, you know what I'm saying, it was like a favor for favor. One incident, she wanted to message like, I kind of felt obligated that I had to show you my body because of what you were doing for me. You know what I'm saying? So he took that and he kind of, I want to have sex. And she's like, I don't want to have sex. He's like, all these multiple like videos of her just like explaining herself. You seen the knife that she bought. You know what I'm saying? She made a video with She made then she made a post maybe like 2 days prior to doing what she did. Basically talking about the man, you know what I'm saying? Like, she always sent her his home. You know what I'm saying? She talked to like her kids.
Yeah.
She tells them like what she did. She's like, we don't give a fuck what you talking about. We don't care. We got a job. You belittle us and stuff. So with that being said, that's kind of what we're gonna talk about. So we kind of want to get y'all opinion on that situation. So.
All right.
It's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I've been looking at her page as well, and a lot of posts and things like that.
Yeah.
And you can definitely tell that there is some mental illness there. Definitely. 100% hands down. But that doesn't justify what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only thing. It just doesn't. And I've heard a lot of back and forth with people talking about how managers talk to. Because, again, I've been in an environment where I have heard managers talk to people crazy. I've been in an environment like I've been on the opposite side as a manager with other managers, hearing how they do talk to people. And a lot of times they don't have the respect because a lot of times it's all about a title.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
you got that in today's.
you got it. Yeah, it is. That's the type of mentality. It's like it's about a title and all this kind of stuff because they have that type of power. But to me, I feel like this situation was premeditated because of the interaction of how it happened. She did go home. She did come back.
That part
You know what I mean?
there.
She can't.
Yeah.
And like you said, her getting back in, she went through the back door. They didn't even know she came in. She went through the back door.
That's crazy. I thought she came to you.
No. She went through the back door masked up. Like, so they didn't know that she had came in there. She went through the back.
Oh, well, I'll take my part back then. What I just said.
No.
They came back, so she probably working something around. So she came to.
Yeah,
so
she went through the back door.
The back door locked? Like,
I don't know.
got
Probably
it.
with her working there, she probably just know little nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It could have been cracked because a lot of times they'll crack it because it's warm outside or whatever the case.
or put something in
Put
the
something in it,
door
who
or
knows?
something.
But
She
went
knew
through the
something
back
to
door.
get back in.
Yep.
oh, wow.
That's how she got in there.
Yeah.
I've been kind of watching it deep because I'm like, this is nuts. Like,
Yeah,
this
because
is-
you like it happened at work, and you
Yeah.
like I get up and go to work every
Every
day.
You just don't
And
know.
work with coworkers and different people, so it's kind of it hit home for everybody.
Yeah.
It do.
You
Everybody
know,
can
type of
relate to that.
mentality.
And it's kind of sad because, like Rachel was saying, you can see the girl disturbed. So as a manager, you got to know your personnel too.
Yeah.
You can't push. I can't treat you like I treat him. I can't treat him. That's how when I mentor, I could determine
Exactly.
how to treat little.
You got to be able to read
100%.
He
people.
kind of, little timid. He kind of rough. You got to know how to read people as an overseer of people. And just looking at her eyes, you could tell she was disturbed. It was something wrong with her.
Yeah.
So you can't keep pushing. You don't know what's going to end up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then nowadays, you really got to watch what you do to people. It's just my overlook on the stuff. Now I'm looking at the what we in now, the society we in now. You got to watch what you do to people. You got to watch what you say to people. Or you got to be built for whatever you say, whatever come with it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because that lady lost her life, and now this girl going to jail for the rest of her life. So we got two sisters gone when both of them could have got help. She could have had help with her family. this one could. I don't even think the girl had family. I ain't seen nobody on her
So
side yet.
the one
who did the stabbing.
I heard she was from like somewhere else. She changed her name. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard, that she wasn't even from here. I think she was from like
Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where she
already got a case already.
Already there,
Two
She came here and something like she changed her name or something like that.
So she was disturbed. You know, she was. You kind of gotta watch it. I teach my wife that to this day. Leave people alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even in your car, you get into a let them go on business. You just got to be careful nowadays.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna dive a little bit into more like as you can see. But we touch on something that she not even from the D, so we can't even. Then we're gonna dive into the manager aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? She got 6 kids. She left behind her family, but we're not gonna put all the blame on one person. Cause I feel like it's take two to tango. With that being said, so you already know what time it is. My favorite time. It's snack time, and tonight's snack is.
I like how you had it hid.
Yeah,
pillow
he had it hid.
Come on.
That was real
Made old fashioned red liquid. Snack time.
Oh my gosh.
Old school. So y'all make sure y'all go to the gas station, tell them my TV shit y'all, and y'all go get y'all liquids. Y'all comment and chat. Did y'all have yours? I know I had mine. And y'all come back.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, y'all back, and as y'all can see, everybody snacking on the snack time. So,
Okay.
Shout out to Better Made Liquids. So we're gonna get back into it. So, like OVO said, she's not even from here. She's not from the D. So that's kind of like messed up. So you could tell she had. I feel like they need to go where she came from.
I think she was running away from the same situation she was going through here. Somebody picking with her.
Okay.
So that's why she transitioned to come to Detroit or Sterling Heights or whatever. But I think the same issue happened here. It happened somewhere else. Because the video came about, the lady was showing where she got stabbed at. The victim that she stabbed in Virginia, wherever she was at.
So she came up?
Yeah. She showed the video of how the girl stabbed her up, stabbed her on her arm, her neck, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, but it wasn't that fact. So I don't think that girl was messing with her. I think she got upset because she told her something that she wasn't going to do.
I think another thing that I thought about was like with her being autistic. Like they say, they don't have the same common sense as the average person. So her way of logic of thinking like, you do something to me, this is my way of getting back at you. Which the average person, like, you kind of tick me off. We go tit for tat, we leave it at that. No blows was thrown, just words exchanged, that's that. But I think in her mind, the logic way of was you hurt me or did something to me, this how I get back at you.
She said it on one of her videos. She said, I'm going to end this. This ain't going to keep going. I'm going to end this.
Yeah, because that's the logic way of her thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how her brain and her mind is wired. With us, we just like, I gotta go to work and deal with this asshole.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? That's how we go about it. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Typical person, but they don't see it in that way. They mind is just not wired like that. So it's almost kind of like it be sorry because of the simple fact that if you kind of pay attention to the numbers now, it is more like autistic kids being born. And these autistic kids grow up and they become adults and they have to go out here in the real world and deal with things like the average person. So it's kind of like hard. And I was just sitting back thinking like, is it like to pass the liquor? So it's like, is it something like that we could come up with where it's kind of like autistic people, it's kind of like,
no, I agree with you.
It's kind of hard because you don't want them to walk around and wear like a sign, but it's also like they need to be highlighted in the world. Like they do. We highlight the LBGT OQ 5-6 community. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We really need to highlight that and start putting more awareness on people with mental issues and those things like that. For real.
I love that.
Even with that said, a lot of people don't know that they're autistic until they get to the point. You know what I'm saying? So they probably with their whole life. Like, I'm thinking that we see autistic people all our lives. But you know they was going to the special classes. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's different spectrums. It's different spectrums. Because I have a few autistic, like cousins, like younger cousins in my family, and you can just see the stages of it. Like one of my cousins that's autistic, he could talk. You know what I'm saying? He still stuff like that. And another one of my little cousins that's autistic, he's just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you can definitely see that it's different spectrums. You know what I'm saying? The stages and stuff. So. It's just like with a person like her that had it, you see like she still got up and lived everyday life. You know what I'm saying? A job, a car, a house, you know what I'm saying? Like you were still able to do that, but just the way her mind is wired, you tick with me and I'm gonna take it there. It's straight crash out. Like it's nothing in between, you know what I'm saying? So just knowing that you got people in the world like that. Like, for real, that's driving. You could be having a conversation with them and you would see, like, okay, they off just a little bit. But you can still see, like, they still an everyday population and they talk with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, that's something deep, man.
Let me capitalize off
Go
that.
ahead.
And I want to be honest. This Let's Talk About It podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yep, come on.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
We got to get away from the situations where it starts from home.
Yep.
We got to get away from like everything else. We actually have to put in the work at these houses, these homes.
Facts.
Definitely.
My grandmother was in my life. My granddaddy was in my life. A lot of these kids are raising themselves.
Yep.
Even when there's something wrong with them, they still raising themselves. Like that girl was kind of thrown off and she was trying to find a way.
Yeah.
She was working at McDonald's. She was lost. So a lot of this stuff come from, it starts from home. Even when I be talking to little guys, they hadn't eaten for 2-3 days. When I take them home, it's like little certain stuff that could you imagine at 12 years old you ain't had a cooked meal in 2-3 days. Just certain stuff, man. You gotta look at it and make them cross over to what they're going through because in the black community we don't take accountability.
We do.
It starts from the household. It ain't got nothing to do with no schools. It don't have nothing to do with no centers. It don't have nothing. I knew when I left the house I wasn't John Williams. I was Armanda Williams' son. And I was Miss Williams' grandson, and I stood on that. So I carried myself a different way. Okay. I didn't get in trouble. I never been in jail. You know, I respected my teachers. I respect my elders. I don't even cuss around older people. But it started from how my grandma raised me. So a lot of stuff these kids doing and going through, it starts from home, man.
Yeah.
That's true. And I want to finish with what you were saying is that it does start from home. And like you said, you were talking about how you were raised with your grandmother and how it's nowhere near like that now. Right. It's nowhere near like that. People don't raise their children like that. And a lot of times being a mentor now, you hear those types of things because you hear that people have struggled and that people ignored those struggles. Because there's a lot of people who do have autism. Yeah. There's a lot of people who ignored it too. Because they didn't want to admit that this was an issue with the child. Right. And with you being a mentor, you would hear that stuff all the time. You hear it all the time. And so it's a bad situation. It's almost that if I say something or if I mention this, that my child has this, they're going to be looked at different. I don't want to put them in that situation. So those are the thought processes that people have today. And it shouldn't be like that. It's almost like a stigma on us. It's like people that we got to have to conceal those things because our child is going to be, no, they need help. Yeah. They shouldn't just be pushed out. You should embrace them more.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
That happening.
You know
there
what I'm
you
saying? No, you need to help them, you know, and prevent that from happening. And that's how we come up with these situations that happen here.
Yeah,
and don't get it twisted. It's help out here. I work with a lot of guys, not the lane I'm in. There's a lot of companies out here help kids now. They help homeless people. You just have to go and
apply yourself.
Yeah, that part right there, we don't want to do that.
Right.
We don't want to do that.
Exactly.
You said it's out here, and everybody said it's resource out here. That's just like, we can go back to the episode the lady said that she called try to get some type of home in, and her kids died for hypothermia. The same thing. So what you just said is, it's resources out here.
It's resources.
But
you just gotta apply yourself.
We don't want to apply ourselves for it. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to piggyback on what you said about the generation. You got raised by your grandma. You know what I'm saying? You had your mom.
No, my mother died when
okay.
Yeah.
So you had who?
Just my grandma and my granddad.
Okay, so you had your grandparents. See, that way of parenting is different between the parents and now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that era is gone.
Yes,
It is.
You know
I'm 32 years old, and I lost my last grandparent in 2014. But my first grandparent I ever lost was in 98. But the grandparent that I was closest to, my grandfather, my father, I lost in 2007. But I'm just thankful. Up until the 13 years of him being in my life, he taught me so much. And I was like a sponge because I soaked it all in. And now that I'm the age that I am and the man that I am, it all makes sense to me now. And I'm thankful for that because of the simple fact is like, man, I know how to move through everyday life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go through a lot of trials and tribulations as a teenage man. I didn't though. I really didn't, and I'm thankful for that.
Me too.
And it's also due to my father. My father played a big part in life. Also my big brother. A lot of the men in my family. But just far as my grandfather, and seeing him take on generations because he was married to my grandmother. My grandmother had 3 sisters. And it was a hard piece of work. And out of all them 3 sisters, my grandfather was the only husband that stayed. So he not only took care of his children, but he took care of his sister-in-law. He took care of their children. So he took it all on. So just being able to just see that and learn from that and knowing that at a young age, I'm very thankful for that, man, because I mean, nowadays, man, you don't have that, man, with this generation. Like you don't, man, you don't have that.
Shout out to granddads. Y'all shout out to granddads and grandmothers.
What I say on that a few episodes ago, our grandfathers were such great men that our fathers slipped through the cracks. Nobody had an eye on them because our grandfathers and our great grandfathers was such good men.
That's deep.
They were. They were. For real.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you 3 things stuck with me. They kind of made me. I'm 49 now. It was 3 things that really stuck with me coming up. We had to be in the house before the street lights came on. Automatically. Stay out of people's business and don't never ride with nobody. If you gotta go somewhere and meet them there. To this day, I don't ride with nobody. To this day, if it ain't my wife, I don't have nobody in my car, in my truck, or whatever. I'll meet you there. But those 3 things actually through my whole life kind of kept me out of a lot of stuff. Just those 3 things.
You don't ride with nobody?
No, to this day. You go in my truck, I got everything safety trade in there. You can't fit in my truck.
That's deep. That's deep. The whole simple thing of not riding with nobody. It's certain people, and I don't ride. It's not. I ride with people. It's certain in particular people that I will ride with. You know, your people who not to jump in the car. I jump in the car with him with no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's that. And I feel like right there, that's like that trust. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a trust thing, but it keeps you out of a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's also knowing.
What was taught to me, you don't know what this person did before they got in your truck, and you don't know what they're going to do when they get out your truck. Okay. So it's like my granddaddy was old school, man. He was real old school. So, you know, he didn't have a lot of friends or whatever. His family was his friends. You know what I mean? But I stick to that to this day. Now, one of my homeboys need to ride home from work or something, but literally like hanging out, right? Oh, no.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, that's how we is.
Yeah, that's how we is. Because it's like when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying when I want to leave, I want to leave. I ain't got time, man. You ready? You want to? No. I'm going to just go ahead and slide on out. Yeah.
So those 3 things kept me kind of grounded. Stay out of people's business.
Talk about our grandparents. We talk about
I mean,
it's cool, man. That's how it be so deep, man. It just branches off.
It just show you, like, you know what I'm saying, like the difference of if she had a good background, maybe this wouldn't have happened to her. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like we should dive into her background.
You always say it. Take a what?
Yeah.
takes a village.
It take a village. And that's the sad part, Monty. Even at work, I work at MGM security. And it's a lot of guys be like 22, 23 be sleeping in our bathrooms, homeless. But they're like 22 to 25. Maybe the oldest, I think he like 30. But they homeless, they don't have nowhere to go. We gotta walk them out the bathroom. And in my mind, I'm thinking, where's the family at? Like, either you done burnt a lot of bridges, you can't go to your family, or is it that tough for young guys nowadays? I think I'll give my left arm to go back to 25, 22. You know what I mean? To start all knowing what I know now.
No. There you go.
Knowing what I know now.
Oh,
with
you
all
out
this
cold.
stuff we get far.
You out cold.
It's over. So I be thinking like these kids just don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, and I feel like in today's society, people.
This thing here.
That's a gold mine.
That's your life.
But they don't know how to use it.
And
I watch Wild.
there you go.
They
Don't know how to use it.
I watch
That's your life, and they don't know how to use
It's
it.
just
It's not ours. It's not our generation.
I get a
But
kick
it's
out
for
of this
them.
guy
They
named
don't know how to
Ramo.
use it.
He did 20 years in jail. He said his phone got him $20 million when he got home. Gillian, wow, y'all watch this?
Yeah.
He said this thing here got him rich when he hit. He said, oh, they playing out there. They
Yeah.
playing.
They don't know.
Oh, I gave y'all a 20-year head start. Y'all still can't beat me. And that kind of kicked me. I'm like,
yeah.
Because everything that you want to know is in that phone.
It is.
It's so exposed to you now, but it just depends on the person's mindset, how they look at it.
Yeah, yo, them
you
niggas
gotta
nervous.
apply yourself.
Mindset.
You gotta apply yourself.
Gotta get up and get to it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I agree with you. The phone is very like eye-opening because I've been doing like I said, I don't, because shout out to my father. He passed away in May, so and,
Sorry,
he been there to support me and stuff. But I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So you know how somebody said they keep growing. I grew up, bro, and I said I'm not ashamed of it, bro. Like I never knew how to cut grass. You know what I'm saying? Because he did all.
You knew how to cut grass.
No,
You
no,
just
no,
never
no, I
did
didn't.
it.
Spoiled. They just spoiled.
Exactly, but the person that father figure was kind of like how y'all speak about y'all grandfather.
Yeah.
That's how I speak about him because he did everything.
Oh,
He was always there. He was always. You always need him. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. And I asked my wife now. It's like I'm taking over some of the projects. Me and my wife do it together, but some of the projects I'm trying to take over. Cut grass. I got better. I do a good job now. Barbecuing, all that stuff. And you know what I'm saying. The main question I think I asked my wife maybe, if not once, twice a week. Did Dad ever have any time to himself? Because he did so much. And he only had so much. I'm like, did he have any time to himself?
Yeah.
And my wife first started. She's like, yeah, he did. Then now I asked her, like, did he ever have any time for himself? She was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a good
That's a
question.
good question.
Well, I know for a fact my granddaddy did. He
did
everything too. But he made the boys of the house do the boys' job.
Okay.
We didn't have a regular lawnmower. We had a lawnmower you had to go.
Yeah.
He don't even know about that one. Look at him.
I know about it, but I know what you're talking about. We had several of them. My grandparents had several of
It
them.
wasn't no.
You had
Yeah.
Real
them.
They had the blades.
So I
number 2 wheels.
That's it.
So yes. And then cooking, that's something natural. My granddaddy was from the South, so
Yeah.
he taught us how to cook, grill, cut the grass, paint. The stuff standard.
Yeah.
But
Stuff
they don't
that
have
they was
it now.
doing back then
Yeah,
in
they
their
don't have it
time.
now.
And I feel like that
This
right
too.
there. Yeah, that right there. That's like all that stuff is like a lost art, and I feel like that generation don't know about that. And I feel like if they knew about that, they'll look at things differently. Because they said when technology came, the generation I know is supposed to have took that and probably just took off with it. It's supposed to been. It's a lot of millionaires because if you were to look at 1990 versus now,
It's
way more millionaires
yeah.
now that's young, but it should be that times 10 because the technology is for them.
See, and then the men was took out the household too. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
There you go.
A lot of men too.
So
Every household need a man.
Yeah, like
Even for the women and little guys need their man in the house. Need a father figure in the house.
Absolutely.
And that I can go on and on about that, but that's the biggest thing. Why it's a falling thing in our culture. The men just walked away from responsibility.
Okay.
I told you, our fathers skated by.
Yeah.
They stayed.
Oh yeah, you did say that earlier.
They skated by. My
yeah.
father is 60. Just turned 60, June 13th. They skated by, man. They skated by. Nobody really held their feet to the fire or paid attention to them.
Yeah.
They didn't. Know what I'm saying? And my father, he loved my kids. He loved all his grandkids. But is my father there? Do he watch them? Is it? No.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? That's just not something he into. But his father always had me right there.
Oh, yeah.
Took me to school, picked me up. See, that's the difference.
That's a different breed.
Damn,
And that different generation.
See, everybody
You see that?
been through, I'm listening to him.
That's
That sound the same.
That's the
I'm
truth.
telling you, dog,
That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you look at it now with these kids coming up, they don't have that grandfather in their life.
No.
I was lucky to have that. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
lucky.
And that's important, man. It is. Like my homeboy, a few years younger than me, his father probably like 50s, still out hanging doing this thing. He's not really, let me be in my grandkid's life. So that's just stuff right there. Is like, you got to fill that role for your father.
Yeah.
Because he ain't, know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is with that generation. They skated by so much, know what I'm saying? Not even with them being grown. A lot of them still trying to relive their younger years because a lot of them went to prison.
Yeah.
You got to remember, they went through the 80s, so that crack epidemic, it was deep. It was. I ain't going to hold you up. Like, for real, my pop's born 65. You got to think 85, he was 20.
Okay.
He in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of it all.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, that messed that generation up, man. And it had a trickle-down effect.
Yes,
Luckily, when it got to, like, my brother, he the oldest. My brother got me by 5 years. So, in between that gap, just, our 5 years apart, just, you know, growing up, it might seem like a big gap, but it wasn't. But we were still all there. And I feel like our generation was the first generation to actually have the choice. As far as, like, when you step outside, you like, all right, I kind of get to pick between good and bad.
Yeah.
Real talk. You think, like, my cousins, the generation before that, the 90s, you really didn't have that. Coming out of the 80s where everybody was selling dope and everything like that, it was kind of like driving, stick up, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, though. Like, they really didn't have the choice. You come outside, this is what you see. This is what's trending. Our generation came up, we kind of had the choice, though. We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah,
When
that's
my
what
grandma was, I ain't had no choice. The choice was her way.
Absolutely.
Her way or no way. It wasn't no. And it's kind of tripped out. I be seeing kids not talk back to their parents, tell their parents what they want to do. Man, listen. My grandma cooked. You ate. The kitchen was closed.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was structured. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You going to bed at 9 o'clock. You getting up. She didn't have to tell me 3-4 times to get up. It's time for school. We all got up like drill sergeant. 6 o'clock. When I used to hoop at Pingree Park, I used to love this park, man. I go up there every day, go hoop. It used to be a light up at Pingree. When that thing goes, zzz, that means it's about to get dark. I'm trucking to the crib. Not only me, 4-5 different other guys getting home.
All right, bro, I'll catch you tomorrow.
Same time tomorrow.
And I get caught.
But it was structured. It was like, we don't have that no more. You know?
No.
Parents want to be their friends now. With
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, but see,
That's true.
My
that's
grandma
another
wasn't no
thing
friend.
we
Yeah.
talked about that
Yeah, we did too.
with our generation.
Wasn't
Having
no-
these
Ain't
kids.
no friend.
And
No
a little bit before us, we was so set on, we was raised with so much structure and discipline
Yeah.
to the point we couldn't wait to break free. Like, I ain't gonna do my kids like that. I'm gonna be a little bit more,
That's it.
you know what I'm saying? And this is the result of it. Real talk.
Well,
for
you almost
real.
made me buy my lip.
This is
Boy.
the result of it.
That's true.
This is the result of it. For real.
That's true.
This is the result of it.
It is.
Well,
Oh,
we
I sit
supposed
back.
to do
Oh,
our
I love to
kids
sit
like
back
this.
and just
Yeah.
pay attention to
Grandma-
the world and
You couldn't
everything
say,
that's
Monty,
going
I couldn't
on.
say what. If my grandma called me, I couldn't say what.
You said what? Your
Yes.
lips gonna
Man,
get
my
shut
teeth
off.
down my throat.
Absolutely.
It's either ma'am or go see what she want.
I got an
Man.
auntie that will walk in my house and I still gotta speak to her.
Absolutely.
In my house. You gonna speak to me?
Yeah.
Come here, boy. What you ain't? That's just that structure and just
I'll
how like for
I'll be
I
around
feel
my
like that's
cousins.
another one.
They be cussing around their mama. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, y'all
my mom
they call me
did.
the drill sergeant.
Yeah.
I mean, man, y'all can't be doing, you know, I ain't into that.
Yeah.
Say, Auntie Geek, you ever heard me cuss? She's like, you know what, I never have. And I say, you never will.
Yeah.
You still my auntie.
Right.
But I'm 50.
Yeah.
And I don't cuss around them. You know what I mean? So it's different. But it's a fall in the household.
It is.
You got to stop that. When they, like I said, I mentor from 11 to 17. You got to stop it at the beginning before it get to going. Because nowadays, once they get to going, they got protection.
it's
you can't
right.
whoop them.
Nope.
My grandma used to send us go get switches.
Get
you
the
can't.
switch.
Yeah, you can't whoop a kid now.
No, you can't.
go
You
to
can't
jail.
even be. You can't even be late picking
Iron
up from
cords,
school.
all that
And
kind
see,
of
they
stuff.
know that and they use that against you too.
Yeah,
They will
yeah.
use that.
But you still
They
can't
know
be your
that.
kids' friends. But
I know that's what us. We saying whatever because we know.
I feel like, see, here's the age of me because, like, I stopped with my kids. My kid's not bad, but I stopped with my daughter when she started getting too big. I'm like, all right, you get too big. And you know when they get too big, when it start hurting you more than hurting. And I never understood that philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Well, after I get done beating her,
you feel bad.
I'm like, no, I don't feel bad. My body feels bad. So I'm like, you know what?
I'm gonna stop that.
It's time for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you gotta figure out other things too. Okay, I can't do this, so I gotta figure this way to punish you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But some kind of way you might get those kids that it click with them. Like,
But it takes away from the emotion too. It made me tough.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I wasn't whining out in the streets and shooting somebody. We fought back then. When we fought, we was cool within like an hour later.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, the guy named Wade. Man, how we got cool? We had a fight. He was the bully of the neighborhood,
Yeah.
and I wasn't the type to get bullied. You know, I kind of like bully the bullies. So we had a fight. Me and Wade been cool. We cool to this day. I called him now and come to my crib. Okay. But it made us not emotional. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, you could whoop a kid, get into a fight, he gonna come back and shoot you. Facts. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back. Why you're way right. It goes back from my grandma, my granddaddy already whooping me. I'm used to this. Yeah. Even if you win, my grandma beat me worse than you did. So that wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? So and then the guys in my neighborhood was different. All the guys, you know, I grew up on Mac area, and all the OGs over there was totally different. You know, wasn't no. They kept you on order. Put it that way. Like I said, it was fathers away from home. Mm-hmm. This ain't for you. This for me. This not your life. This my life. That's how I was taught. I was around guys like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's facts though. Just hearing you say that, I follow and watch Anton Daniels a lot from here, and he just always say that like in his era of growing up, just he like when I was a teenager, like when you had certain guys out there doing wrong, but we still had that good, like, a mentor, they'd tell you, hey, man, this ain't for you, go home. Right. Get on, man. Mm-hmm. Get on. It's wild out here right now. Yeah. You don't have that anymore. Right. Even with it being wild in the streets now, they invite you into it. Hey, look, you want to, like, the more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? But back then, it was like, hey, man, this ain't for you, man. Like, you got potential. Go on that way, man. Mm-hmm. You ain't got that no more. Even for y'all, Rachel, the older women back in the day. Put that dress down, girls.
Everybody.
My grandma wouldn't let
girls come on back then.
They did.
Ain't no sitting on the porch. Get your butt up.
In the backyard. Because you are seen not to be
Yeah. There you go.
You can't. So we was in the backyard. We couldn't come in the front. We couldn't come in the front. Period.
But going back to the story you was talking about.
I don't let my dog outside, so.
Yeah, that's what.
Sometimes she can go somewhere, but like I can't even let her go to that. Like she go to a park or something.
You got to be
have to.
Especially in this day and age.
But going back to the story of the girl in McDonald's, what we talking about, if she'd have had that, we probably wouldn't even have this talk about it.
No, we wouldn't.
Yeah,
we wouldn't. As you can see, we all came from structure.
Definitely.
I ain't know, watch this. That's reversing.
Yeah.
Because like the mama did have that, but what came out of her situation? Because she got 6 kids. Her 6 kids are motherless. What was she doing? Because it ain't just one. I said take 2 to tango. So what was she doing to add to that? You know what I'm saying?
The power of title, her title.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it's just in these companies now, management, and I'm just telling you, I'm being on both sides, and I've experienced that when someone has a title, they do take that, especially us. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm just going to say it. We take it to a whole nother level because we have a title. We have that power, right? And instead of us, like her noticing that there was something wrong with this young lady, maybe even offering, you need to talk to somebody, whatever the case may be. No, it's you have that power. You see her getting angry, so you're going to mirror that energy. Okay, now you got to go home. Instead of trying to get to the root of what it is that's actually happening with that person.
Yeah.
They just don't. Yeah. I've experienced that. I've experienced people trying to say things to me disrespectful being in management. And I've been in management. There is no way in the world that I would ever talk down to someone because I have a title. Yeah. Because I had to start somewhere to get there. I had to start where you are to get here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to talk down to people, but I see it all the time. Yeah. And it's just a bad situation.
And the girl said it in her videos a couple times. She kept talking to us like we her kids.
Yeah, it's like you talking down to me. Why are you talking to me like that?
I mean? Not saying this, like but that's what she said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I say, with her being autistic,
it was
wired a little different, so it hit different to her. Everybody else like, man, here she go again.
Right.
Yeah. To her, no, it's like, no,
She bullying me.
She bullying me. She gotta get something in return for doing this to me.
She felt like she had to retaliate.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying, on her.
Yeah.
That's what she felt.
So you feel like that was okay. So just hearing what y'all said, do you feel like it was justified for what she did?
No, absolutely not justified.
No. So you feel like she should have went up to the primary channels because it was the manager.
Yes.
She could have had supervisor, right? Or she could have had headquarters. But she
didn't
do that.
Absolutely.
She just said, fuck all y'all. I'm gonna just do this myself.
Because that's how her mind is.
That's what Dog saying. That
exactly.
It wasn't justified. In her mind, it's justified.
Yeah. Exactly.
In a normal mind, like
right.
No, it's not.
We gonna go through the whole process, man. Let me hit up HR. Hey,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She playing too much.
Yeah, she playing too much. She in here. You know what I'm saying? She playing in my face.
They said she was doing different things. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if you see different type of situations, or if you see different signs that somebody could be a little off a little bit. They said she was always going to the back singing out loud. Mm-hmm. She was doing different things to be disrespect, just weird things.
Yeah.
You start seeing stuff like that, you need to pick up and say, hey, you okay? Let's have a talk. I'm just saying, picking up on, because for me as a manager, I'm reading everybody's energy that I have to manage.
Yeah.
Because I need to know how I need to come across. When I have been in this position to manage up to 30 people, okay?
Okay.
I have to know everybody's personality, all 30 of them individually.
To know what I gotta
To know what I have to deal with. I had 5 people that was introverted. 5 people that was extroverted. I had people who didn't want to talk to nobody. I had people who had attitudes every day. I had people, you just have to, you see what I'm saying? You have to know how to deal with that type of stuff when you're in leadership. Because if you're going to talk about disciplining someone, you need to know how to discipline that person. Yeah. And if that company has resources to help people, then we need to introduce them to that resource.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in the world that I'm going to hear her screaming and singing in the background. We get customers out here everywhere. And you in the back singing, hollering, and screaming. And I'm not going to acknowledge that and try to see what's wrong or what I can do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. Maybe she looked at it where she was like, you know what? I got these kids at home. I'm not dealing with this at work. You know what I'm saying? And then we all go through it. We all got the same philosophy. We got these managers that holds it, like you said, entitlement. But you're not gonna talk to me like I'm a kid, though.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how she was like, I'm talking to y'all like y'all my kids because that's how y'all acting. She didn't say that, but that's how she was presented. But to them, that's how she said it. Like, you talk to us like we your kids. We not your fucking kids. Don't talk to us like that.
Right.
You got an issue, you know what I'm saying? Go take it with them. Don't take it on us. You know what I'm saying? So it's most definitely was a gap between. I feel like she should have went through the proper channel. She should have talked to the supervisor.
Yep.
But like you said, it's a different era generation. Like she was 20-something. Maybe like she was late 30s, probably early 40s. I don't know.
I think she was
40s.
It's different. So her, she probably would have went to the proper channels. Hey, this. But this one right here, like, I already deal with this. I ain't got time to deal with it again. Not only that, why did she take her anger out on the landlord? Because she had issues with the landlord. Like I said, we had a conversation. She said the landlord was helping her when she was short on rent sometimes. So she said, in the text message, you see it, and say she felt obviously like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he said, one of the reasons, because he ended up getting fired from a job. And she like, well, what's the reason you get fired? He said, because I ended up inappropriately touching a girl, and she was underage. And I didn't know that I was touching her in that area. You know, so I thought I was touching her waist, but he ended up touching her like on the backside of her butt. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up getting fired for that, right? So that's when she came and was like, yeah, you know, you do kind of do this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You do that with me, and that's why I feel uncomfortable with you sometimes. But because you help me out with certain situations, that's why I felt obligated to show my body to you. And he took that, okay, well, you show me your body. Let me go ahead. Let me hit it. And she's like, I don't want to have sex with you. You see the videos of her crying, like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta deal with this from him. And then you go to where she inside the house, and she's like, I don't want to have sex with you. You know, so he's like, oh, that's not what I mean. Da da da. She's like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can see it. So it's like, it's more than just the manager, but it just felt like you had to go home. Why you ain't do your landlord first?
I think it's a difference when it's one-on-one versus somebody doing something to you in front of people.
Yeah, definitely. You know that embarrassment.
It's embarrassment.
That embarrassment.
Yeah, then I'm pretty sure she was going to that job at least 4 to 5 days out the week.
Yeah.
So she was seeing that manager more than she was seeing that landlord.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So even probably stress and built up pressure she was taking from the landlord, she coming to work and the manager getting all that. So the manager don't even know that what's going on in her outside life.
Yeah.
But when she coming to work, I'm already dealing with pressure from him that you doing this to me, you about to get all this. Manager didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And then you probably had nobody else around because she was probably the best sandwich maker. So ain't nobody saying nothing to send her home. They want to keep her there because she busted sandwiches out in about 3 seconds.
She got sent on twice. She got sent on twice, back to back. And she said, I came in on my day off day to make up time for what you. She still sent me home.
Yep.
Yeah. So
that's what happened. That's what.
So
it
it's
was.
premeditated.
Yeah.
Definitely premeditated. But I'm just saying, as far as like anybody else, as far as like a coworker to step in, how she said she screaming out, she's singing. Nobody else stepped in to be like, hey man, like you alright? Like you good, man? You don't need to go home. Take the rest of the day off. Like none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the care in the world these days, man, it's ridiculous.
It's heartless out here.
It's none of it.
They probably thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Messing with her. You know, cracking jokes on her and stuff like that.
But that's not normal.
That ain't normal.
You know
At all.
Stuff is not normal. So you gotta look into it sometimes. I mean, you gotta look into it.
Alright. And I don't know, as you can see, another fire topic. You know what I'm saying? So it's in a wrap in the bag. Shout out to Mindfulness Podcast. And y'all can come back. So I know y'all want to come back.
Oh, you know we're coming back.
Come back anytime y'all want to.
Y'all was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was getting deep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
y'all was getting deep, you know, because if we had a little bit more time, I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have wanted to talk to you because it was a topic that you was talking about your panel. And I was waiting for you to talk about it 50-50.
Yeah.
And I wanted you talking about that.
Yeah.
I explained to my wife how I feel about that situation.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? I know she's going to bring it back.
I am. I'm bringing it all the way back.
You know what I'm saying? And it was some of the stuff that your boys were saying.
I did a reaction video, bro.
I
did a reaction video on that.
It was like, and I was telling my wife, like on this panel, you could tell, like I said, go on that.
I know you was talking about.
Panel, like,
I had nothing against what he was saying. I felt like being honest and straightforward like that, it was nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Because people say they want honesty.
Yeah.
And he was being 100% transparent.
That's why I handpicked everybody. I had a straight
Yeah.
dude, I had another dude who went to work, another college dude, y'all guys, and like I said, street dude.
So I like that. I ain't ready to say too much.
Yeah.
I sit back and I observe, but bring me on the next one.
I'm
ready. I'm ready.
That next one is gonna be in
I'm locked and loaded. I'm ready. I'm ready. Because it was a few things I heard the women saying. I was like, give me the mic. I want to. And then so much stuff was going on. I was like, nah.
You
But
gotta
there was
get
a
on
few
there.
things
You gotta
that
get
was
on
something
there.
like, but yeah, next time I'm on it. I'm on it.
Man, we only got to like 3 topics. I had like
She had
7.
like
I
seven.
had
So
many of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
the topics that you had is a lot of trending topics in today's world between men and women.
Yes.
It is though. So when you bring that up, people be ready to.
They do.
Yeah, I got something to say about that.
When I said it, when I was shooting it out there to people, they were, oh yeah, I gotta come. Yeah, you see the girls was coming in, they was ready.
They ready to go.
I was tapping bro like, hold on, wait. They look like they about to double us.
Double team on y'all.
That's why I said that situation about before the situation popped off. But that's why I said, like, you gotta make sure you have somebody. I said, but what if you're working at McDonald's? And like, you know, y'all kind of like, all right, listen up to that topic. But what I wanted to say was, that's a double standard situation right there because a female got to find value in a guy, right? But we don't really have to find the value in a female because we can kind of
take one from down here and bring her up here if we up there.
A female can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a double standard situation.
It is, bro, but that's just how it works. Like a woman, like I always use this example. A woman can get out the shower and get dressed in the room naked in front of another woman with no problem. No problem. And they could compliment each other. She can say stuff about her body. We would never get out the shower and our homeboy be in the room. What up, bro? What we doing tonight? It's never going down like that, bro. So it's just certain stuff. It's just certain stuff, man. It's just for real.
You see how we get?
They
gonna come back.
We'll come back.
Shout out to my podcast for coming on. You know what I'm saying? So I like to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all sign us off. So you know what I'm saying? You go ahead. Sign out.
Hey, thank y'all so much for inviting us. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We will be back. We will.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Thanks, y'all. Thanks for having us, man. I appreciate it. I always talk to dog at work. Finally got there. Let's talk.
All right.
You know, 2 things, people out there in the world: don't be dumb and don't be in the cold.
There you go.
See ya.